I think I might be having technical difficulty.
Uh-oh. What's wrong?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Then I guess I'm not having technical difficulty. Go me. High five that shit. So it's Thursday. What a busy week for sports in New York it's been with honestly, I don't like the new MLB format at all. I really don't. I don't like the fact that more teams are making the playoffs. I think it makes the regular season meaningful. But these last few games with the Yankees and Mets have been very entertaining as Tommy Kahnle gives up a double that seems to be short-armed right here. Yeah, it seems like Rizzo just didn't get his body down in a position to catch that ball. He tries to stab at it instead of, I would criticize, but you know what? It might be one of those plays where it's like, I can't dive for it because I'm too close to it, but it's out of my reach standing up. I've been there before where like you get caught in between where you're like, I want to lean over, but I can't dive for it. Because if I dive for it, I'm over the top of it. I think that's what happened.
But it doesn't matter, dude. Anybody will tell you, especially on that side of the infield, you get your body in front of it first and foremost because you have nothing but time to make the play. So the fact that he was just like, I'm just going to kind of play this off the side of my hip, get your body in front of it, and it doesn't happen. Like you said, he definitely got caught. He definitely seemed, but he took that kind of like slide stuff. Instead of doing that like, kind of half a crow hop to the side, like aggressively, he just kind of walked to it like, oh, this is in my reach, and it pretty much shoestrung him, right? He couldn't get down far enough to grab it.
Yeah. We're watching this game as Giancarlo Stanton and Aaron Judge go back to back to take a lead, from the Cleveland Guardians, who have had the lead for the majority of this game. I've been crapping on Aaron Judge too because we always talk, oh, he's not clutch. At this point, I said it last week. It's not a clutch situation most of the time for him. He's flat out not good. And that's what it comes down to. It has nothing to do with, as Austin Wells makes a great pick right there. It has nothing to do with whether or not you're clutch. Clutch means that it's a high pressure, high leverage situation, and you come through in the clutch. That's why we say somebody is clutch, right? If there is no high pressure, if there is no leverage, if it is just a normal at bat in the first inning of the game with nobody on base, and you still can't get a hit or put the ball in play, it's not that you're not clutch. It's that you're just flat out not good
I agree.
for the playoffs. But right there, hits a line drive. I did not think it was going to clear the fence, but it did. Ties the ball game. And then Stanton comes through right after it and hits the game that takes the lead with his home run.
Yep. I was listening on the radio and John Sterling was like, oh, this ball's not gone. If he's calling it as it's gone. And then I was like, oh my God, it's really gone. Like I couldn't believe it. I was going nuts.
And with regard to hopefully that unlocks Judge. Maybe Judge has a great freaking rest of the postseason off that home run. He knows how it feels now to be that guy to tie the ball game in the clutch situation. And maybe he goes, I want some more. Maybe he's the salmon that tastes the lion and decides that he wants more lion. Makes an above ground breathing apparatus made of kelp.
Is it a tuna? Is it tuna?
Is it tuna?
It's tuna.
Tuna. My bad. Maybe he's the tuna that gets a taste for some lion.
That's why it took a second for me to realize what you were saying because I was like salmon.
And as we have two outs here in the
Talking about a 600 to 800 pound tuna, and a lion wanders out into the waters. He's in their territory now, and they got a taste for lion.
You know what's crazy? And explain if I'm just the ignorant one that doesn't know about fish and fish things, please let me know. I did not realize that tuna was that big. And then I looked it up and I saw what the size of a tuna was, and I was like, really? Then why is the can that fucking big?
Well, you gotta remember too, there's completely like bluefin tuna, yellowfin tuna. You're talking about different fish completely. And then you're also like, when you get tuna in a can, it is severely different than like sushi, sashimi grade top. Like, you know, that's like steak. That tuna is like steak, dude.
That's because when you get it in a can, that's already cooked. It's white albacore. It's not red. It's red tuna.
Yes,
that you're getting. Yeah,
right.
But I had no idea that tuna was fucking 700, 800 pounds, the size of a human being, like the size of a great white shark. Had no idea.
Yeah, and then you watch that. What's that fishing show on? Is it still on Discovery Channel?
What, Most Dangerous Catch? Something like that?
No, Wicked Catch or something like that. Or
I never saw it.
Deadliest Catch?
No, not Deadliest Catch. It's something else. And essentially, it's tuna fishermen going out there from like Boston and up in what's that area? Like Maine,
New England.
Thank you. Yeah, New England. I don't know why I struggle with whatever.
What do they catch?
That's why. Dude, they go out and catch tuna, and like they're regulated. You only get tags for so many tuna. They catch these monster fish that are worth like hundreds of thousands of dollars.
I look up tuna.
As Aaron Boone makes the call to the bullpen to bring in Weaver, who's done a phenomenal job so far this season.
TJ, is it called Wicked Tuna?
I think so.
Yeah, that's it. I'm looking at it right now.
It's actually pretty sick when they're like, yeah, we caught one. They get to the dock, they ice it, they do the whole spiel. And they're like, yeah, this tuna fetched $267,000. It's like, yo, you kidding me? You can use me as bait. Throw me in the water if I get a piece of that.
Yeah.
No, I think the three of us should get a boat, go out tuna fishing, and either make it or break it out there. We don't come back unless we catch something.
On Boomer and Geo, they were talking about this once because they were saying like how Boomer goes out fishing for like tuna or whatever. And they're like, what are you going to do with it? Like, oh, we'll bring it back to the guy we know, and he'll make us some tuna, and then he'll buy it from us, and we'll make some money out of it.
Yeah. They can't really say that. That's technically illegal.
Yeah, but they were just dead.
I know what you. Yeah, so that's the whole reason for the tags and stuff like that is like you're selling it to. You can't just like catch something and then walk into a restaurant and be like, here, and like get the fuck out. We don't want you or your smelly fish.
They're saying the guy who owns the restaurant's like they're good buddies. So like, oh
yeah. Listen, that's a lot more common down south when you're in Florida and stuff like that. There's a whole bunch of catch and cook restaurants where like you go out on a charter boat, catch whatever you catch, bring it back, and then you walk up to the restaurant, order some beers, hand it to them, and they'll ask you like, "Hey, how do you want it prepared?"
Yeah, there you go. I mean, that's
like
pretty sick.
It's sick. Yeah.
We went to I don't know if you guys been to Aruba. But Aruba has a restaurant called Wacky Wahoo, and all their fish, like any fish you order, is like we caught it this morning. Like it's super fresh. It's delicious.
What's your favorite fish?
Why wouldn't I tried the wahoo? Because it's what it's known for. The Wacky Wahoo. The wahoo is a famous fish around the Aruba. It was pretty good. Delicious.
How about you, T?
I don't love fish. I think that's probably the only time I'd eat like actual fish because they were like it's so fresh.
I didn't mean your fish to eat. I just meant your favorite fish in general.
Is that what I thought you were talking about? Favorite fish to eat?
Yeah.
Favorite fish in general?
Weaver's in. Favorite fish ever? That like crazy looking fish in Nemo. That's like down.
Oh, the anglerfish.
Like the
anglerfish. Yeah.
The anglerfish.
Yeah.
A marlin. I feel like you're a marlin fan.
No, God, no. I was gonna say like the coolest fish to see like when I'm out snorkeling and stuff, and it always freaks you out. I would say something like
grouper. No,
like a barracuda. When you see a big fucking barracuda, because they're very inquisitive and they just swim right up to you, and you just see the teeth hanging out of its mouth, you're like, "Hey, buddy, why don't you go fuck off for a little bit, huh? Why don't you get away from me?" It's like when you walk into a place that you don't belong, and everybody else knows you don't belong there, so they just fuck with you. Right? That's what it's like snorkeling with a barracuda.
I'm like being a minority in an Irish neighborhood. Got it.
That's not true at all. That is not true at all.
My favorite fish is rainbow trout.
Why is he going for have an issue with the pitch com?
So anyway, back to the Yankees.
Hold on, before we get into the whole.
So if the Yankees end up winning, it will be thanks to a clutch swing of the bat by Judge, right? And then Giancarlo Stanton coming up big like he has all postseason long, which is amazing. Like we said, we love the fact that, he's going to be a guy that's going to have peaks and valleys, and it's just timing the peaks right. And it's timed pretty damn on point right now. So the fact that Stanton is a useful member of this lineup and pretty much leading this lineup to generate runs is fantastic. But once again, every fucking weird decision that Boone made set up the Yankees to lose. Anybody could fucking manage this team. And they said it forever with Joe Torre. Oh, Joe Torre has the easiest managerial job in the game. The team runs itself. Blah 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 blah.
At least he didn't fuck it up,
dude. When Joe Torre didn't sit there and say, "Oh, you know what? What do you think, Gil, a fucking 107-pound nerdy ass dude with a fucking pocket protector sitting in a computer? Who do you think I should play? Who statistics say you should?" Fuck you. Joe Torre would be like, yo, who's this fucking loser? Get him out of here. I don't like him. Okay?
Throw in the bathroom.
Like, seriously, the fact that we have to endure this fucking asshole, okay? And I don't want to jinx anything, and I don't want to put anything out in the world, and I'm not touching the money. But God forbid the fucking Yankees end up coming out. Like, and do we have to pretend like this fucking guy deserves an extension or should be around? Like, this guy he might be the first fucking manager to go from, if it happens, and I'm not going to say it, but you know where I'm going down the road, go from there to then fucking, I don't know, selling cars in fucking Utah. Like, this guy's a bum, dude. How the fuck do you put Trevino behind the plate? They fucking take third on him twice in the same fucking inning.
Twice!
Like, if you can't throw somebody out at the from second to third, you suck. Like, you fucking suck. It's bad. That's the one place you don't steal. You generally don't want to steal third for that reason, because it's such a quick snap throw and it's very easy to get hosed at third base. Doesn't matter the jump you have.
As Weaver strikes out the batter he faced to end the inning and the threat.
Sorry to interrupt my celebrating with you with that. I agree with you 100%. I mean,
he set them up to lose today.
We said it earlier today that they're going to steal bases today because Trevino is not the best defensive catcher. And the only reason why he's in the game is because he's a righty. Luckily, he did get a hit in RBI, but they also stole 3 bases off of him. 2 of them being third, which is ridiculous.
Well, he also got picked off first base.
Oh, and then he got picked up after getting the hit. So it's like, all right, great, thanks, guy. Go back to being a bunch of drunks in the base path. Jesus.
Oh, yeah, dude. There's a lot of criticism. A lot of criticism on the Yankees saying that they have the easiest path to a World Series. Blah 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 blah. It's like, hold on a second. How can you sit there and say that? It just. Should we sit here and go down every fucking major league like playoff bound team that went to the World Series and break it down? There's a lot of teams that shouldn't be there, right? Thanks to the wild card games. No?
Yeah.
You're allowing a team that doesn't belong there to actually have a chance at moving along. Yeah. And then we're going to sit here and criticize like, oh, the Yankees had it so easy. If you don't show up to play and you made it to the playoffs, that's the Yankees' fault. I'm so sick of this shit. And the worst part is Met fans that jump on that. You lose a game, and then the first thing you do is jump on Twitter and social media, or X, whatever it's called now, and bitch about the Yankees have it so much easier. Shut the fuck up. Also, you got something more important to worry about. 4 fucking decades of being losers. Why don't you break that? You're getting on us.
I get what they're saying, like, Yankees have an easier path. But the Yankees are now playing tight baseball games, and they're winning these games. Like, they're more battle tested than, let's say, right now the LA Dodgers series against the Mets has been 9-0, a 7-3 game, and an 8-0 game. So maybe tonight might be an actual close one. One of these teams actually have to eke one out. But I mean, it's been blowouts. They haven't been closer competitive games either way.
I don't think the Guardians.
Not to interrupt you, Nick. I'm sorry, Nick, but this is important. Rangers are up 2-0. Panarin 2 goals. Trocheck 2 assists. I don't have it on right now because it's on a fucking streaming service. And even though I have Hulu, I refuse to watch sports on streaming services just on principle. Fuck you.
You can't watch it on Hulu unless you have a premium membership. That's how you get live sports on Hulu. So I pay for Hulu. I pay $5 a month for Hulu. I can't watch the game.
Such a joke, dude. Honestly, this is what's gonna eventually make me cut the cord and get rid of cable altogether. Like, I generally don't watch anything on TV unless it's sports. And if you're gonna take it from me, I might as well just get rid of cable altogether. Get an internet, call it a day.
Literally, so, want to have a cable account.
So Verizon has this new thing now where you can pick five channels to watch. My in-laws do it. They only have like 5 channels that they watch. I think you get your basic, 2, 4, 5, 7, whatever, and then all the other cable channels you pick 5.
Oh, so is it a package deal though? Like, can I pick ESPN, MSG?
Yes. You can pick whatever 5 that come on basic cable, and you have like a heavily discounted rate.
Yeah, I would just do ESPN, fucking MSG,
and Yes
Network, maybe FS1.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like TBS possibly now that they've been doing all the baseball stuff, but I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Cable's getting more and more big. Dude, I have 2 boxes in my house, 2 HD boxes, which I love how they put on the bill HD box. It's like, yeah, no shit, because it's not 2006. Like everything's
HD. Option. What other option is there?
Right, like what you want me to go back to rabbit ears on the back of the TV? Come on. So, dude, I have 2 boxes of normal speed internet, not like the fastest gamer internet or anything like that. I simply don't need it. And my bill for Fios is like $200 a month. I have Max. I have HBO Max as well. So, an extra $12 for that or whatever the hell it is, but $200 a month for 2 boxes, dude. Every time I see one of those Comcast or whatever cable that they're promoting and Xfinity or whatever, like the $40 a month, it's like, you know what? I might give it a shot because it's getting ridiculous. I definitely do not get $200 worth of entertainment with my internet and cable.
To give you guys a heads up, Ohtani hit a leadoff home run to start the game. So
you know why, right?
Most
people are probably watching the end of this Yankees Guardians game. Listen, I don't care what anybody. That home run that he hit the other night was foul.
Wait, so this is crazy. Chris McCormick has won the last the Yankees game last one. He had Judge and Ramirez. They both hit home runs. He won that bet. He put a parlay of Giancarlo and Judge to hit a home run. And then he put a Judge solo shot. And then he put Ohtani, which he already hit, and he had Judge Carlos Stanton straight up. So he's hit 5 home run bets in the last like 2 of the last 3 nights. I don't think he won anything yesterday for the Mets. Oh no, he won yesterday too. He bet Ohtani yesterday as well. So 3 straight nights of winning home run bets, and he's putting good money on that shit.
So while we're talking about the Yankees, Anthony Volpe. Can we talk about Anthony Volpe for a second? I feel like he has been one of the better performers in this playoff series, and not just this series, but the previous series as well. Great at bats, great effort, damn good defense.
Consistent effort.
He's taking his walks. He's getting small hits. If you had him and Glaber on fire at the same time, getting on base uninterrupted.
Oh yeah,
you could that lineup. It got to the point where I'm looking at the lineup today, and Jazz Chisholm is batting after Giancarlo Stanton, and in my head, I'm going, that should be Anthony Volpe.
Yeah, but you know what? Though actually,
Jazz Chisholm is a net zero.
I know he's not getting as many at bats at the bottom of the lineup, but I like that he is there because it gets like little like. Otherwise, you put Jazz, Verdugo, and like Trevino at the bottom of the lineup, you're not getting anything from the bottom 3. And like, I kind of like that they spaced it out a little bit, so like you get something out of Volpe.
I am not sure. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure the Mets just did something because my mother-in-law and my wife are screaming downstairs.
Oh, they're Met fans?
My mother-in-law is. I won't allow my wife to be a Mets
There's
fan.
a home run.
Oh, the Mets.
There's a home run, 1-1.
I won't allow my wife to be a Mets fan.
Lindor?
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Vientos.
Oh,
sorry.
Vientos. There you go.
Mark Vientos. Wow. Yeah, Alonso's up. Yep, Vientos. Yeah, good for the Mets tying it up 1-1. Good. That's how you respond right there. And that series has definitely been, dude. The Mets have probably been the most consistent team when it comes to never being out of any game. Like, even when they were down by a lot against LA, I'm like, there's still a chance they might put something together because they've caught lightning in a bottle on multiple games just for an inning, right? Or inning or two. They just stack back-to-back innings of well-timed hitting, right? Single you to death, and it adds up to 4 or 5 runs in a 2-inning span. And that's what they've ridden at, right? They've been down 3 runs, come back, no problem. So it's good to see the Mets immediately get that run right back.
Oh my God. Are you kidding me?
Base running 101.
He dropped it.
He dropped the ball.
And he ran into him, but
that's fucking pathetic. You're allowed to run into somebody. If you stick your arm out for a tag in the lane, you can run right through the tag.
He just ran into him.
Right. You can run right through it. I've done that at the plate and cursed out a coach and the catcher for that team. As the coach and me are screaming and yelling, the catcher's like, yo, dude, I stuck my glove out and he's running full speed. Why would he stop?
Yo, Volpe just made a mistake. The third base coach had his hands up and was like, don't go. He was just looking down. I think he thought that ball went to right field.
Yeah, he doesn't have the ball right there. He goes to make the tag, and the ball falls out. He snow cones it, goes to make the tag, and the ball comes out. He's safe. Like, that's not.
Yeah, you can't stick your arm in front of where the guy's running, where the base runner is running on the base path. You shove your arm. It's not like he knocked it out of it. Like, even so, if there's contact at the bag there and he drops the ball, he's safe.
Challenge that, right? There's no challenge.
I don't know that they can. I don't think they can.
He just went back into the other dugout. I don't think it can. I think that's it.
No, because that's a judgment call and not a out of safe.
Balls is bad.
Yeah, it's not. It's a rule, not a. You can't challenge rules.
Yeah.
You can only challenge calls. It's not a call. It's a rule.
I got you.
Well, like, here's my deal, right?
If he would have called him out there, you could have challenged it.
If he could, yes. If he would have called him out, you could have challenged it because it's the wrong call. And the Cleveland cannot challenge him being safe because he dropped the ball. Like,
right. The umpire didn't call obstruction or interference or anything like that. So there's
even if the umpire did call obstruction or interference, I don't know if the Yankees could challenge that.
Right.
I'm actually liking this. I'm watching Max, and they have like a special data cast, and it's actually kind of cool. They show you the bullpen warming up. They show the batters. Like, that's why I knew Volpe was running before it happened.
Yeah. I said it on Twitter. I'll say it now. Poor base running is a reflection on management, on the coaches. If you can't run the bases, it's because your coach isn't doing his job to make sure you know fundamental baseball. Fundamental. That's all you need to know.
What if you're just drunk on the base path all the time?
I'm not going to entertain John fucking Sterling.
Some of us played drunk. Okay, some of us played drunk when we played men's league.
And Mantle played a whole fucking career drunk.
We used to play drunk men's league softball until they took it away. Damn.
But Austin Wells is having a terrible playoffs.
Yeah.
Talk about people that have lost their stroke. He is one of them. Then again, maybe he makes me eat my words right now.
Nah.
Nope. Strikes out.
You will not, Mickey.
There that
Dude,
is.
on a pitch right down the middle, right down the heart of the plate. That was like dead center.
He's got some chicken palm at the Volpe.
It's up and in, and he's doing HLP. So HLP says swing in the same spot all the time. At some point, you're going to get one.
Yeah,
and that's what they do.
But like there, you just got to just get a fly ball out now if you'll get an insurance right here.
Can I tell you guys about my extreme disdain for Josh Naylor?
I'm sure he looks like
I absolutely hate players that are professional baseball players that are fat, sloppy pieces of shit. People like him are why other athletes look at baseball players and go, that guy's not a fucking athlete. He plays baseball. It's not a real sport. It's because of fat slobs like Josh Naylor, whose helmet is too big for his fat fucking head.
It always falls off.
You're a pro athlete and you're that fucking. He's not even fat like an O lineman. Like O linemen are heavy set people, except for Dion Dawkins. They don't call him Double D because of his initials. Let's put it that way. All right, bitch tits over there. He's just
to be fair,
get skinny when they retire because they were
just about to say
they were purposely getting heavy.
Yeah.
Josh Naylor's just a fat slob.
Right, dude. It blew my mind when I found out that Dexter Lawrence is almost 300 pounds.
He does that on purpose, though.
I'm like, holy fuck! But like, number one, he doesn't look like a fat fuck. Like, not that he would. He's 6'4", I think 6'3". He's a big dude, but just how you see him, you would think like when you said that weight, it'd be like, okay, how the fuck do you weigh that much? And it's like because you pack it on just to make your body more of a fucking wall. Like you're a.
He's losing.
But,
no, but pick it up. You're talking about like Joe Thomas, Jeff Saturday,
Sorry.
Mark Schlereth. All those guys are super skinny now.
Yeah, and the running backs are all the fat ones. But
yeah, dude, that's crazy. Wide receivers and running backs literally all gain weight. Linemen lose weight.
Yes. It is.
Here's the crazy thing, right? You guys kept getting into
this. Wait, sorry. Because they've been fat their whole lives. When wide receivers and running backs have to stay lean, like clean the entire time, so they get off, they're like eat up. But like linemen are like, I've been eating up the last 12 years.
Chad Ocho Cinco Johnson, though, my man's eating McDonald's every day. Still skinny.
He's still in good shape. Sorry, Nick,
I was going to say, did you catch the beginning of this game?
I did not.
At one point, Soto comes in for a fly ball that dunks in for a single, and they make a comment that alludes to the fact that Yankee Stadium is small by comparison to Progressive Field, specifically in right field where Soto's playing. They said basically playing deep in Yankee Stadium is playing shallow here. Or no, playing deep at Yankee Stadium is playing shallow here. So playing deep here is not the same as playing deep at Yankee Stadium. Just for those of you who don't know, Progressive Field is 8 feet deeper down the foul lines by comparison to Yankee Stadium. It's 325 down the foul line. I think what Yankee Stadium is, what, 317? 314
on the 313.
On the right is 314. So it's 11 feet further than Yankee Stadium. Down the foul lines. In the gap, it is 375. I think Yankee Stadium is 374 in the gap in right field. And then deep center field is 410, which at Yankee Stadium is 408. And then deep left center is 370. At Yankee Stadium, I think it's 389. And then the other foul line is 325, which at Yankee Stadium is 317. Yeah, you're absolutely right, TBS broadcast. Fucking Progressive Field is gigantic by comparison to Yankee Stadium. It's fucking 7 feet fucking squared bigger. They started shitting on the Yankees early in this game.
Since we're shitting on people right now, well, they tried to shit on somebody. I have to say, all these reports coming out of Tampa Bay about, this stadium won't be ready for 2025. It's like, your fucking roof was a rubber membrane.
Yeah, that's a
like. What are we talking about? You're telling me as a multi-billion-dollar franchise, or about $1 billion, right?
Probably like 500,000.
No.
By the way, I didn't misspeak just now. I didn't mean to say 500 million.
So, like,
the three of us could buy that stadium, that team right now.
Bro, and the funniest part is everybody's like, the team might not have the money to even it's like, it's called insurance, you fucking assholes. Yeah, do you not understand how that works?
The issue is the structural damage to the thing that holds up that tarp.
Right.
And since they're planning on moving anyway, there's no financial like gain or fiscal. It would be fiscally irresponsible to fix that roof.
But that's only if they're self-insured.
In 3 years.
That's only if they're self-insured. If your insurance company, if let's say they have, obviously they don't use it on a big scale like this. It's not like Progressive or anything like that. But let's say they use State Farm discount double check, right? They want Aaron Rodgers to come over there and fucking help them build the roof. Okay, let's say they want that to happen. Dude, it doesn't matter if they're only going to be there for 3 more years. The money's there. They paid the insurance fucking money.
No, it does matter because it's called a total loss. At that point, the stadium is not worth what it would cost to repair.
Right, but it's not a total loss because then you still have to your land and your building is completely different. So you think the insurance company would be like, instead of fixing your roof, we're going to give you fucking $400, $500, $600 million for the entire building?
Absolutely.
No way.
Hold on. It's because to fix that roof is a 9-figure thing. The stadium's not worth 9 figures.
No, but see, that's bullshit. Okay, you got to remember they're in Florida. At least one person that works in that bank is like, dude, I know a guy. He'll do this shit for like 3 G's.
Should the city
by the way,
would offer them a deal to go play?
So I hope if they turn around and they say like they're playing in college stadiums throughout Florida like all of next year, or something like that, I would just die. That'd
They
be amazing.
can probably get away with playing at a college stadium, at Miami Stadium.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Or they might even have them play it fucking in Miami.
I was gonna say, shit. At this point, let them play it at all the fields that they have for spring ball, right?
So somebody said that. Somebody said they could play at the Yankees. They could play the Yankees spring training complex. I said they can go fuck themselves. And somebody goes, "Oh, but the Yankees can't fucking do that. It'll be such bad PR that didn't help a team in need." I don't fucking care. Fuck the Rays. I hope they go out of business.
Yeah, seriously. That's like if your fucking neighbor's house loses it in a fire and you don't go next door and go, "Oh, hey, you guys want to live with us for the next year while your shit gets back together?" Like, that doesn't happen. You're like, yeah, that totally sucks for you, bro. Sorry.
They'd be great if they played in like
Not to mention the Yankees their spring training complex is actually a minor league stadium. A team plays there.
Yeah, it is a minor. Yeah, the spring training. Yeah.
No, even better. Even better. Imagine these poor bastards have to play in Disney, the Wild World of Sports complex.
I would not be shocked if that was the workout that they got. I was actually thinking they played in Orlando and try to convert the football stadium in Orlando into like a baseball stadium.
Yeah, there's a stadium there, right? Who used to play there?
UCF plays there.
That's what I'm talking. Yeah,
it's called Outdoor Sports Stadium or something like that. It's like
he rung up soda.
Like, what's it called? What's that company? It's like Cabela's. There's another company like Cabela's called Outdoor Sports World or something like that.
Sporting World?
No, I don't feel like it's sport. I feel like it's outdoor something.
Outdoor sporting.
But yeah, they actually had the audacity to say that Yankee Stadium, by comparison to Progressive, was like super small. I looked at the dimensions and I'm like, okay, great, 11 extra feet. The warning track, basically. They have like an extra warning track.
All right, 3 more outs, boys.
They're sitting there making it seem like it's fucking Coors Field.
Yeah, that's different.
While we're still on baseball, and we do apologize, this is a very distracted podcast. Not that anybody seems to give a shit, but we're just watching sports and riffing and drinking beers and stuff like that. I mean, what else do you expect on a New York City heavy Thursday night? Yeah, right? Very. It is what it is. So we apologize.
He's my brother.
Yeah. We do apologize, but. Dude, I really can't stand between. I know you said Naylor, and obviously the Yankees hate that son of a bitch with the stupid rocking the fucking Garrett Cole shit or whatever.
Yeah, he's the worst.
And then so I was watching the last Mets and Dodgers game. Obviously, the Dodgers blow out the Mets, and the Dodgers are just taunting Met fans on the every time they're on the base path or a home run, they're like looking at the crowd and throwing their hands up and shit like that. Like,
is that Kike?
And I'm with Nick. I'm with Nick on. It's not very fair or democratic or right for then if, let's say, the team gets pissed off and tells the pitcher, fucking make him wear a 97 in the numbers, right? The next guy up. The next guy up didn't deserve it. He doesn't deserve to wear it. So I said, in all honesty, if I'm the pitcher at that moment, I fire one into the fucking dugout and try to hit the opposing club's manager. Oop, slipped. What are you going to do? It's ball 1. Fuck you. Because you know what? As a manager, you should get in control of that. That's ridiculous. It's called being a good sportsman, right? Like, sportsmanship means something. Losing, winning, it doesn't matter. Taunting the fans, because at that moment, if the fans all decided, fuck you, dude, 30,000 people storm the field, you're dead. There is not enough cops to stop. Legitimately, you're taunting imagine a gladiator in Roman times taunting the fucking people. It's like, this guy fucking crazy. We'll just kill him. Fuck you. Send in 4 more lions. To taunt a fucking stadium of 30,000. Just imagine seeing some dude fucking 300 and stand up and lead the charge. It's like, yeah. Pretty sure you wouldn't feel tough after that. But honestly, I'm with Nick. I hate drilling somebody that doesn't deserve it. I hate the fact that a pitcher has the ability to hurt somebody and then that guy just has to take it. Right? So I'm not for just drilling the next guy up, but have it mean something, nail somebody, fucking hit the opposing club's mascot. I don't care.
I honestly would have more respect for somebody if they were like, I don't fucking like you. Let's fight.
Mm-hmm.
Like the other night, what's his name from the Brewers, the shortstop? His name escapes me. Challenge that loser, Jesse Winker, to a fight. Meet me in the parking lot, bro. We'll settle this time.
He might be the biggest asshole that's ever played for the Mets.
Yeah.
Can we agree that guy's the biggest asshole to ever play for the Mets?
Yeah. especially for a guy who doesn't have a major role on the team.
Dude, like just
Generally
he puts
speaking,
himself.
Mets players are likable,
Yes,
except for Jose Reyes. Jose Reyes is a fucking cocksucker. But generally speaking, Mets players are very likable. I don't have anything. I don't think there was a Mets player I did not like other than Armando Benitez because he was the dickhead that threw at Tino Martinez when he was on.
You gotta be kidding me.
When he was on the what the fuck was that? You better been better off leading Birdie in. Shit.
I actually thought that was Birdie for a second, then I realized it was Rizzo.
Yep.
Almost lost my mind.
For a chunky guy, Jose Ramirez has some speed.
He does. I was just thinking that before. Because he's still based in like he was on first, and they're like, Jose Ramirez is a threat to steal. And I'm like, when? And then he stole a base, and I was like, oh shit, he can't steal a base.
He's very barrel chested.
Yeah.
And chubby cheeked.
He's got a fat face.
Yeah, he does. But as this fat son of a bitch steps into the box. But yeah, look. The thing that bothers me is the situation like Hunter Strickland throwing at Bryce Harper because Bryce Harper hit 2 home runs off of him in the playoffs 2 years earlier, and then 2 years later he's like, I'm gonna throw at this guy because he owns me. Like, to me, that's ridiculous. And then Harper shouldn't have, but did take his helmet off and threw it at Strickland, and everybody's like, "Oh, what a bitch!" Really? But Strickland's the tough guy.
Oh yeah, I know. I remember that.
Honestly, what he should have done was take the bat with him and throw the bat at him. You throw a ball at me, I throw a bat at you. That's how easy that is.
Right.
And everybody would go, "Oh, that's too much." Why is that too much? These guys throw 100 miles an hour. You know how I knew I was getting too old to play baseball? The bruises wouldn't go away that quick.
Yeah.
I'd bruise for like a month and a half. I'd have a bruise from a hit by pitch.
Go.
As Naylor grounds into a 1-6-3 double play, putting up 2 out here in the bottom of the 9th. Yankees again lead 5-3 off of Aaron Judge's 2-run home run. First inning singles run scores. I don't recall how. Say again?
It was Trevino RBI.
Trevino single RBI. Then Aaron Judge with his 2-run home run in the bottom of the top of the 8th, followed by Giancarlo Stanton leading the way with his another go-ahead home run in the top of the 8th, and then in the top of the 9th they get an insurance run with that whole weird base running debacle with Volpe, and here we are, 2 outs here in the 9th. With 2 strikes on Lane Thomas, with Luke Weaver throwing BBs.
Yeah, we got 2 strikes on him. Lane Thomas here.
Shout out to Parsippany, New Jersey, spelled Parsippeny. Shout out to Parsippany, New Jersey.
He should know.
But anyway, we drive on. The Mets are playing right now. Their game is tied 1-1. And I want to say the 3rd at this point. Obviously, I'm not watching that because I don't turn off ball. It's the bottom of the 2nd, actually. I don't turn off ball games that are about to end to watch a game that just started. That's sports 101. You don't do that. They did that to me at American Whiskey with the bases loaded and 2 outs in an elimination game. Down by 2. And I was like, are you serious? The Astros. And to put the Mets game on against the Brewers that was still like tied or something. It was actually, it didn't even start yet. We were watching the pregame, and I'm like, so I missed the end of the other game to watch the pregame? Like, are we serious right now? Is this happening? But I digress.
I think American Whiskey had a thing for the Yankees. I don't know. I thought they had something for the Mets, but I think it was the Yankees that had an event to live watch one. I think it was Game 3.
Oh, nice.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, the ALDS, yeah.
Good little spot over there by the Garden.
Speaking about the Garden, might as well roll right into Rangers.
Judge has room. Off the wall. That'll be a double. Judge throws it into second base. I've seen worse things happen.
Take us into the Rangers, Nick.
I wish I could so I could see the friggin' game, but doesn't seem like that's an option today. So the Rangers are playing tonight here in actually they're playing in Detroit. For you English speakers, that's Detroit.
Debt riot.
Say again.
Debt riot.
That's not how it's spelled, dude.
I know. You ever see somebody misspell Detroit?
I've never seen anybody misspell.
I've seen it misspelled multiple times.
Were you the one that read me?
Yes, only one of those times though.
So talk to me about the Rangers. They're up right now. Two scores from Mika Zibanejad. Tronchek on the assists. What else you got for me, my friend?
Was it Zibanejad? I thought it was Panarin.
I'm sorry. Did I say Zibanejad? It's Artemi Panarin. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
To say it would be a godsend if fucking Zibanejad did anything other than take up space.
Fucking A. Our buddy Aves taking him down a notch the other day.
You know what? And he deserves to be taken down multiple notches. He's just listen. He goes through these slumps. We know that. Everybody said he was going to get hot going into Mika March and all this other shit. He was the most boring player through the playoffs. He did the bare minimum, nothing more. And then he carried it right over into the season this year. He's just lackadaisical. He shows no effort or emotion. It's fucking irritating. And the fact that we got to watch this guy make this much money. Oh, you fucker.
Fucking pinch hit 2
That's all right. It'll make it better when we fucking break their hearts in the next inning as the Cleveland no balls Guardians tie up the game 5-5 here in the bottom of the ninth on a home run by somebody named Noel. Some nobody named Noel.
Johnsky.
How do you just fucking...
That is not.
How do you just lay it right there in the zone like that? There's like meat.
We've talked about this. They don't know where it's going. They just throw as hard as they can.
Fucking Santa's not a Guardians fan. Let's cut the shit with that guy. That guy's just a hobo with a.
Santa might have been an Indians fan, but Santa's definitely not a Guardians fan.
God damn it! Who the fuck is this guy? This is who they gave up the fucking home run to. God damn it!
I really thought for a second I was like, "Is that Nerlens Noel?"
From the former Nick.
Yeah, former Nick.
Kentucky. I mean, he put it right down the fucking middle. I mean, it was his changeup too.
Well, you can't put changeups up. You put a changeup up, they'll go put it in the next county. That's simple.
So anyway, back to Zibanejad doing absolutely nothing, and we're paying him a shit ton of money to do it for the next couple of years.
That's
which leads me into my point of imagine paying
literally a fucking out away from 3
Igor Shesterkin the $12 million a season he wants, and after 3 years he pulls a Zibanejad, where you're paying a guy that you don't even want to play anymore. And while everybody will sit there and be like, it doesn't matter, he's at the peak of his blah 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 blah. 8 years of the highest paid player. He wants to be the highest paid player in the NHL, essentially, but the highest paid player on the Rangers, and he cannot win a game by himself. Right? He can help you win a game, but so can a goalie making $6.5 million with a .917 goals against that, like save percentage rather. Right?
I mean, we've seen very substantial performances from his backups over the last few seasons.
100%. There's no guarantee this guy stays healthy every season, year after year. There's no guarantee he plays at this level. And at what point do you understand that for eight years? And I'm not saying he's old. He's not old by any stretch, but he's not exactly 18 years old anymore either. So out of those 8 years, how many of those realistically are you getting $12 million worth of effort? Maybe 3, if you're lucky. And then you're sitting there in a hole like everybody else when they fucking go into that lull of we sold out. And if you don't, they sell out and they get a Stanley Cup out of it. That's fun. That's great. Everybody's happy. But if they sell out, they give Igor this much money and they never win a Stanley Cup, and then we suck for fucking 5 of the last 4 or 5 years of that 8-year contract because we can't sign anybody else because this dude is holding down a quarter of the fucking cap almost. Like I understand that New York City and these fans get into these love affairs with players. We saw it with Brett Gardner on the fucking Yankees. Like these people would sit there while the guy is batting 130 fucking 2 and be like, I mean, he Dude, he's such a role player in the clubhouse. Who fucking cares? You know who's a role player? The dude that does the laundry. He's a role player too. Hey, I'm not going to put him out in the field.
I mean, I agree with you. I agree with you, but at the same token, you can't really put Brett Gardner in the same conversation as
no. But what I'm saying is, you get in a not even close, but you get the same deal though. Dolan's paying him. He's playing. He could let in 9 goals a night. He's going to play if they paid him $12 million to do it. They paid Brett Gardner. We had to see him. They paid Donaldson. We had to see him. Right? Oh, nice. He's sold out. He's watching it on his phone. I refuse.
This is what I had to do the other night when I was trying to watch all 3 games on Monday.
Yeah. So my concern is burning that big of a chunk of our cap on a goalie who, I get it, he's top 3. Him and Vasilevsky go back and forth as 1 and 2 every year for the past 3 seasons, right? I'm not going to sit here and say he's not worth the money. Is the money worth it considering the cap space?
No, he's not. I don't
think it is.
He's not worth the percentage.
Right. It's
the piece of the pie. If this was the quarter of the pie,
right? If this was Major League Baseball and we just spend money all willy nilly and like, oh, if you go over the cap, you spend money and you make it okay. Great, whatever. Fucking give him $30 million. I don't give a shit. It's not my money. You know what I mean? I pay enough for beers. They can afford to pay him $12 million. When it cost $40 for a round of beers the last time me and you went, Nick. Thank God Rook didn't come, because it would have been $60 and I would have been like, guys, I'm tapped out after 1 round. I'm sorry.
Seriously.
It's embarrassing. But
that's pretty bad.
So you know what I mean? Like and everybody looks to attack. Like, how the fuck can you say like let him try free agency? Because who else is going to give him $12 million? Any team that has that much money to spend on a goalie, I guarantee you're going to see Igor Shesterkin sitting in some shit city, never winning anything. Because you can't spend that much money on a goalie when you're a Stanley Cup contending team, because you have goal scorers to pay, right? And I'm sick of and I understand the situations don't always work out, but I want to be that team when Jack Eichel becomes available. When that happened, we can go after, right? What happens when Connor McDavid becomes available? Every fucking Rangers fan sits there and creams over oh, McDavid will be a Ranger one day. Yeah, how? You're going to fucking pay him in shoelaces and fucking whatever you find on the street outside of MSG?
Give him a percentage of MSG.
That's when you get really Ohtani creative, and you're just like, nah, man. So what we're going to do is we're going to pay him $1 to play hockey. So he's on our hockey payroll for $1. And then we're going to pay him $100 million to be an advisor, which doesn't count against our cap.
What are you looking at, dude?
It doesn't count against the cap because he's an administrator at that point.
Listen, if they were the Tampa Bay fucking Lightning, they could get away with that, but they're not going to let the Rangers get away with it. The NHL hates the Rangers. So does Wes McCauley, apparently, but we won't rehash old wounds.
Listen, leagues don't need big market teams to be successful. It's counterproductive, right? Because whether the Yankees are good or the Rangers are good or the Knicks are good, right? Or the Giants or Jets are good for that matter, which neither have been quite some time.
Nope.
They don't have the problems that a team like the Utah No Names will have. They don't have the problems like a team like a Kansas City team or a Cleveland team will have, especially in towns that are a little bit busier, because people just won't go to the games. I mean, think about this. In my life, everybody knows the rules in the NFL. If you don't fill your stadium to a certain percentage each game, you can't watch the game on TV. They black out the game locally. That's never happened to the Giants or Jets. Right. It's happened to Detroit, though. So, attendance at a Yankee game, attendance at a Ranger game, attendance at the Knicks game will always be maximum, but nobody's going to go watch the Memphis Grizzlies if they're losing. Nobody's going to watch the Oklahoma City Thunder if they're losing. Nobody's going to watch fucking.
Oh my God.
Nobody's going to watch a lot of these teams. The Dallas Stars are not getting people to go to their games if they're not winning.
And I know you're going to swung at ball 4 in the other batter's box.
Yeah.
Dallas is not a small market by any stretch of the imagination. It isn't. But people in Texas aren't down with hockey like that. So if they're not doing well, people ain't going to watch.
Correct.
And that's a lot of cities, especially for hockey. The original 6 teams, they're going to get fans that go to the stadium, but even the Blackhawks are starting to struggle.
But see, at least the Blackhawks, when they sold out, they got their cups, right? What did they get? 2 or 3 out of that fucking?
I'm saying is,
no, I understand what you're saying.
I'm saying
the Rangers will never have that problem.
The Rangers are the NHL can crap on the Rangers all they want because it doesn't affect them monetarily.
No, not at all. Not at all. I understand that.
Devils, they could never do that to the Devils.
But it's not just the NHL, right? Jim Dolan is always going to sit there and make profit off the Rangers. So it doesn't matter if they now sell out, right?
Score a goal and go up 3-1 here in the second period.
Right, the Rangers go for broke and they hold down Igor. Right, it doesn't matter what it does to their cap space, and they do what they normally do. Make the playoffs about 5 out of 10 years or 6 out of 10 years statistically, but never break that threshold. It doesn't fucking matter to MSG and their front office and James Dolan, and they're all making money on it. So the Rangers don't need to win a fucking championship. Like, there's no need for them to win a championship business-wise. Right, they'll always be profitable.
Absolutely.
And that's what pisses me off. So you have these fans that aren't even fucking real hockey fans because, as you know, Nick, every time we go to a game, we look at people that are just completely lost. It's like these people will be like, oh, yeah, I'm a diehard Ranger fan, and they have no idea what's going on.
I prefer to see the foreigners that have never been to a hockey game. I love those people. They're my favorite. God.
Especially the people from, like, what were the guys in front of us last time? Swedish?
I think they were. I think they might have been. And here Jazz is telling them to fucking replay it again. Dude, you're out. Run faster. Stop hitting the ground.
Do we even have any more challenges left?
They have one.
They have one.
How many are they going to lose on this guy, though? This guy insists that he's.
I don't think he's in the bag.
He was out.
Osmond said he's out.
Oh, is that what he said?
Yeah.
And I want to go one further. I don't know if you guys.
Without challenging again, you idiot.
This guy's a fucking idiot, huh?
How did he not run this out?
He ran it out. It's just a great play. What are you going to do? He's out.
He even touched the bag.
But Jazz Chisholm Jr. He's been a net zero on this team. Net zero, by the way, an old internet service provider from the 90s. As we run out of time, let's get into 2 things before we go. I will never use that ugly thing you did with that stupid Giants song ever again. All right, that was awful.
Hilarious.
It's almost as bad as being a Padres fan singing and whatnot.
Yeah, Jets lose on Monday night in a close game because of their kicker's inability to kick a field goal. The following day, they follow up with a trade for Davante Adams, a conditional 3rd round pick that could be a 2nd round pick if he gets all pro honors, 1st or 2nd team, or if he plays in the AFC Championship game. That 3rd round pick traded would then become a 2nd round pick.
Good for every Jet fan. Every Jet fan will take that. I'll take an AFC game.
I'll take an AFC game, absolutely.
Is this someone on first?
That being said, they walked Rizzo.
Oh, they did. Oh, okay.
So Davante Adams, welcome to the New York Jets.
Whiskey of the week.
What are we drinking, guys?
So I can finally start hitting.
Wait, Giants screwed. Andrew Thomas is injured. He's out for the season. Giants lost that terrible game on Sunday night. They missed 2 or 3 field goals. They should have won that game. Such a joke of a franchise. And Dexter Lawrence was hurt too, possibly. So back to the whiskey.
Doesn't sound like any of that was news.
It was news.
Why would you interrupt whiskey with Giants? Anything?
Because you guys went to the Jets and just quickly went to the
whiskey. You should have taken the hint. Nobody cares about the Giants.
That was the only NFL news this week.
And Andrew Thomas is out for the season.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Even Giants fans don't care. You weren't winning that good with him. So what difference does it make without him?
We care about Andrew Thomas.
Brooke cares. Don't say we. Don't you dare lump us into that. No, we care. That's not fair. So I'm going with a little Weller Antique 107 just because I happened to pick up a bottle on the way home today, sitting on the shelf at $119, which is a little pricey. It's about double MSRP. But if you ever see this at MSRP, you're a fucking liar. Let's call it what it is. You're a liar. You don't see this at MSRP ever. You're never going to see this sitting on a shelf at $65. But it was sitting there for $119. And that's a buy all day for me. Normally online at the best price you can get for this is about $215, $220. So a clear $100 underneath that. This is the last time I bought this. I think I paid $115 for it. So staying right in that range of normalcy. And you just can't pass these up. Weller Antique 107 and Weller Foolproof are the two shining stars in that Weller lineup. Obviously, there's a lot of allocations in there. But a lot of it's not worth the money. $600 for a CYPB, and everybody will sit there and be like, yeah, it's piss water. It's not worth it. It's garbage. This and Foolproof are the cream of the crop, and Antique 107 is probably one of the best ones just for the fact that it's not overly proofy and it's very smooth and mild. Weeded bourbon, so you get that nice rounded, mellow finish to it. But, I've been waiting to tap into this a little more. I got my backup bottle, so now I have something in reserve, so I can actually enjoy this now and not feel like, oh fuck, I'm losing it. Oh no, I can't afford another one.
Yeah,
and it's smooth, it's oaky, it's delicious. A little sweet, but more subtle than most bourbons with the sweetness.
That fat fuck Josh Naylor ruined the Yankees rally. Just so you know, right after you called him a fat fuck, and he told me he's not an athlete.
He's a fat fucking sloppy fuck.
He had that stretch, Joe.
I just don't like people that make the sport look bad, and him being a fat piece of shit makes all baseball that he's the example. When other fans of other sports say baseball's not a sport, they'll hold up a picture of him and go, really? This guy's an athlete? Really? That dude's a fat fleet. He's a fat athlete, like, and not muscular fat, sloppy fat, like ate too many fucking Jersey Mike sandwiches fat.
All right, well, my whiskey of the week is Whiskey Thief, which is fitting because the Guardians have stolen the lead.
Guardians a thing that puts you to sleep.
Anyway, no, Whiskey Thief. So this is the bottle and bond one. We went to the Whiskey Thief place to hang out. We had a bourbon shipped from the barrel with the wood, the burnt wood inside every sip. This is actually a little bit filtered. So there's no wood pieces in there, but still very oaky. I think it says straight from the barrel. I don't really know if it actually is, but very oaky. It's 100 proof, pretty good. And you can't get this bottle anywhere else. So it's very, very rare that I go to drink this bottle because I won't be able to drink this again until I go back to Kentucky. So I'm enjoying this. Very oaky. Has floral flavors, floral notes. Little taste of banana.
You guys laugh your way through it. You can just enjoy it. Like fucking, it's okay to pretend like you're picking up notes and all that other shit because who gives a shit? Have fun with it. You guys love to make fun of me, but
it sounds very pretentious.
I enjoy it. It's very good.
It's not pretentious. It's fucking delicious.
As the Rangers score another goal, up 4-1 here at the 8-minute mark of the second period, as Artemi Panarin logs his third goal, hat trick for Artemi Panarin.
Let's go.
You said hat trick for Artemi?
That's what I said.
Nice. Who scored?
He's definitely on his way to 50.
And the lone Ranger fan throws his hat onto the ice.
Good man.
Nice. I got fucking.
I will say this: the best part about last year was.
Well, I'm supposed to go to bed because Holmes is not built for this. So
no, he's not. The best part about last year playoff run with the Rangers, I want to say, is the fucking fact that we got video of Chris Kreider cleaning up hats off his front lawn. How amazing was that last year in the playoffs?
What was that, game 6 against Carolina? They won. Yeah.
Yeah. Bro, the pictures coming out like of him in his robe picking up hats off his front lawn. Imagine just driving past Chris Kreider's house. He's outside picking up hats, and you're the asshole throwing them on his lawn. Like, Chris, I'll be here all week, baby.
So I'm thinking the Glenlivet 15.
Ooh, French Oak?
No. Actually, yes. French Oak Reserve.
Told you.
Yeah, it's actually really good. Another goal scored by the Rangers. This one by Mancini. Up 5-1 here in the second period.
Dude, Mancini is a fucking phenom, and I'm sitting here collecting rookie cards of Rangers and stuff like that. I happen to really enjoy getting back into collecting cards and stuff. But I'm sitting over here collecting Jones's rookie cards and Lafreniere and stuff like that. I guess I'm going to have to keep an eye out for when Mancini hits the fucking decks of young guns, because this guy's a beast. Dude, just comes right in and being that offensive forward, like, oh my God. He's scoring goals left and right. He's getting involved in every offensive play when he's out there. He's noticeable. And that's exactly what you want to see.
So this Glenlivet is actually it's at the end, it's very floral. It tastes like when you exhale, it tastes like what's the word I'm looking for? It tastes like laundry, but in a good way. Perfumey. I don't want to say floral. That sounds suspect.
Mine didn't taste floral. I was just fucking around.
But this does have like a perfumey kind of like exhale. That might be the French.
Have some respect for the craft of sipping on bourbon, okay?
I'm not drinking bourbon. I'm drinking scotch.
Yeah, well, I mean, come on, just move to the
And in the fine words of Dr. Percival Cox, scotch. It's too early to drink. It's never too early to start thinking about.
I mean, if you're going to end on a quote, the correct quote is, if they removed all the porn from the internet, the only website left would be bringbacktheporn.com.
And with that, that's the end of our show. We'll catch y'all next week. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Go Yankees.